Hey everyone, Juliana Joy here in the new episode of the Energetics of Happy Relationship podcast. And today we will be diving into how to pick a gift for your man for the holiday season. And I will be giving you ideas from relationship dynamics perspective and how to pick a gift that will help you build a better relationship with your man next year. And the thing is, there are tons of Christmas gift ideas for men out there. You will see a lot of different items in online shopping. However, in all those holiday gifts guides, they were really thinking in terms of the item that I pick for my man. What we will be looking in today in this episode is what is the meaning of the gift for your relationship? And what actually makes a gift really meaningful for your man. This episode will help you choose amongst all the different items and options you have out there. Something will work for your dynamics. And very important, something that will not push him away. We will also cover aspects like what if he says he doesn't want a gift? What are budget friendly ideas that will still make him feel special? And how to avoid specifically gifts that feel too much for them. Plus, if you have a man who is hard to shop for or has everything already, you're going to get ideas of what could be the thing that will make him happy too. When holiday season comes and we start thinking of, okay, what can I give him for the season? I love him. I want to give something. We have a few challenges there. Number one, this is the fear of missing the mark. Like, for example, what if he doesn't like the gift or he doesn't appreciate the thought behind that? What if the gift is too much? What if the gift is too little? What if it's the wrong gift? Especially if we have men who say they do not need anything. It's really confusing because he insists like, oh no, I don't need gifts. I don't like gifts. But you want to give something, or maybe she will even enjoy. So we have tension there. Often we have a budget problem. If you are making way much more money than he is and you buy him an expensive gift, this potentially can make him feel bad. This is one risk. Another risk, you on a tight budget and you cannot really spend much for a gift, but you still want to do something. That can be a challenge too. Sometimes gifts can backfire, and you probably have seen it. For example, if you're in an early dating or you don't even have a title, you're just seeing each other, and then you make a really romantic gift. And then he goes like, strange. And then it feels awkward. Overall, there is quite a lot of risk to fall into a gift trap where we do the wrong thing. And I know that there is a lot of thought behind that, and we can very easily start overthinking or overdoing things. I have a few ideas to share with you, which will help you make the right decisions and write the steps ahead. The target is you find the sweet spot for your relationship so that whatever you do around the holidays is not hurting your relationship, is not awkward, is not creating tension, but on the total opposite, it creates connection. The first idea that I would like to share with you is you want to consider his love language before you pick what you purchase. Why is that so important? So many women, they just get excited about the season, excited about gifting, and they just go ahead and do something spontaneous, which is beautiful. However, if your man doesn't like it, it will make you feel bad, and I don't want you to do so. Plus, if he doesn't like it, then you probably will feel bad about yourself. So what you want to do instead is really think about what is his love language. Usually, we tend to look at the situation from our own perspective, from our own love language, and pick gifts that we think will be amazing because if somebody would give them to us, we would be happy. Does that make sense, ladies? So instead of that, I want you to really take a moment and think about what actually is the love language of the man I am with. We have acts of service, we have quality time, we have words of affirmation, we have gifts, and we have touch and affection. Which of those five is the love language of your man? How would you know it? Is when you look back into your relationship and you think of, how do I know he loves me? How does he show love to me? You will be able to very quickly recognize, is he kissing you? Is he hugging you? Is he telling you, hey, babe, I love you? Does he come and repair something in your house? This would be acts of service. Or maybe he just wants to spend time together. So really reflect on that first, because your love language is very likely different. And if you make the gift according to your love language, if you have a wounded man, he will come back and he will say, oh, you're gifting me this weekend getaway just because you want to spend time with me, but this is for you and not for me, and this is not a real gift. Right. So if you have a wounded man, this is how it can start backfiring. Think about him. How is he expressing love to you? And this will give you a clue on how does he want to receive love. Let me give you some examples. So if his love language is acts of service, if you're on a budget, instead of buying something, you can do something that maybe he has no time for, or he finds it's hard or doesn't like it, and you can take it for him and say, hey, I will decorate the room, or I will push the curtains for you. And he would appreciate that really a lot. Quality time. So if his love language is quality time, make a gift card for a Friday night candlelight dinner at home, or for a weekend getaway, depending on your budget, depending on the relationship state. But literally, the gift doesn't need to be physical. It could be a voucher, a card for an activity together, and he will enjoy it. Or concert, for example. If his love language is words of affirmation, what he will absolutely adore is a card where you share how amazing he is, how important he is in your life, how much you love him, how lovable he is. Express it in your own words. But really, words will make him feel special. And of course, you can buy him something else, but the card will be for him the primarily source of joy. And if you love him, you want to give him some joy, right? If his love language is gifts, of course, you just buy him something. Depending on the budget, you really buy it. And this is the thing that he will love. But do you see where the challenges start? We have so many people where their love language is not gifts. And then we come with an item. And they appreciate it, of course, but it's not this aha moment for them. And if his love language is affection, whenever you're giving him the gift, make sure you hug him, make sure you touch him, make sure you hold him. You can gift him a massage. You can do a massage for him as a gift. All of that will be something he will appreciate. And just to give you a few examples why this is so important and why I really want to put some thought in it before just going and getting something. One of my amazing clients in the past, her love language was words of affirmation. Her boyfriend had acts of service. And what she would do is she would write him a card, letter with all those beautiful words, how great time they spent together. And she would give it to him and he would look at it and he would say, babe, you're gay. Can you imagine how she would feel? Her love language is words of affirmation. She literally pours her heart on a piece of paper and gifts that to him, and he says, you're gay. So I want to spare this for you. Now, once she did, and I remember this was a Christmas, what she did is she got him a T-shirt and a mug. No card, just a T-shirt, just a mug, not even wrapped in a package. This guy was melting. Immediately put that T-shirt on. He made himself a coffee in the mug. And he was happy. He went back to his computer and he was just, oh. She was happy too because she could see him smiling. And do you see how quickly you can create a moment of disconnect if you don't pay attention to that? And how you can create a moment of connection when you do pay attention? And this is exactly what is this here all about? So your takeaways, ladies, please think and then act. The second idea I want to share with you you want to consider your current relationship dynamics. In this podcast, everything I do, we're talking about relationship dynamics and how to master the energetics of the relational energy. So from that perspective, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Is my relationship steady at the moment? Or is it uncertain? Do I have a title? Are we just casually seeing each other, or are we really a couple? Have I been receiving love, affection, attention in the past, or does he has been showing distant and avoidant and maybe pulling back? Are we currently in a place where a gift would bring us closer? Or if I come around with a gift, would that feel like too much and overwhelming to him? Because the thing is, the steadier your relationship is, the more you can just do gifts and it will be okay. But if you're in those very early stages of dating, if you're in an uncertain situation, you want to be very, very, very cautious to not overdo it. You still can make a gift, but the intensity, amount, volume, budget of that gift should be in accordance to the relationship, which means if you're just starting, do something smaller, something which is effortless. It's still respectful and an act of, I like you, you're an important person for me, but just don't overdo it. Does that make sense? A few examples how that looks like. Seriously, ladies, I'm ashamed to share that, but I will. Years ago, I was in a long distance relationship of several years. I would prepare an advent calendar for my boyfriend. Where I live in Germany, it's absolutely normal that we do advent calendars there. Little gifts from the 1st to the 24th of December. And then you decorate them beautifully around the house. And you do it normally for kids, but also adults do it for each other. And I prepared that for my boyfriend. So I put all those beautifully wrapped gifts into my suitcase, fly 3 hours to go and spend a week with my boyfriend in the early December. And then I would open my suitcase and with so much excitement, I'll put them on the window frame, arrange them, and it was so beautiful. And I put so much thinking into the gifts, wrapping, preparing, bringing it, flying it in, just to see that he was looking at me with really big question mark in his mind, like, what the hell are you doing? And I was so excited, just the act of giving would excite me. But then, a week later, he wouldn't open his gifts. They're made from December 1st to December 24th that you open one every day. He just wouldn't open it. And I would feel really, really bad to a point where I would start talking to him like, hey, I did all this amazing thing for you. And you're not even opening them. Like, why? So it felt awkward for me. It felt probably not very nice for him because he was completely rejecting the whole thing. And I felt like I was dealing with a teenager boy. I was the mom and he was the teenager boy. So turning off feeling, right? And when I look back now from relationship coaching perspective, I can tell you I was overdoing it 100x and it made me feel awkward. It made him feel awkward, even though the idea as such was great. This was the first time where I started thinking, okay, how do I want to be in a relationship? And I realized for myself, I actually want a relationship where I'm able to create an advent calendar for my boyfriend and he would be happy about it. Another beautiful client of mine 2 years ago, from the early December, she would buy gifts to her boyfriend, matching t-shirts, bringing him a jar with 100 post-its inside. And in each post-it, it was written why he's amazing and love. This is an amazing thing to do for a man. However, what she was not considering is they knew each other just since 3 months. They were just dating and seeing each other. From Amazon, she would see something cool and order it for him and bring him gifts to a point where he went silent for a week. Later, she learned from him, he was completely overwhelmed with those gifts. He didn't know what to do, to a point where he had to shut down. That's why you want to consider your relationship stage, the dynamics, and pick something which fits to the dynamics. I see so many ladies overdoing it in the earlier stages of dating, where you still do not know each other that well. And in this case, keep things simple, small, of course, effortless for you, but also respectful for them. And the third idea I want to give you today, speaking about gifts in preparation for the holiday season, think about what is your vision for the holidays? How would you like to spend holidays in your lives with a partner? How would that look like? What is the thing that would make you happy? And then think about, am I today in a relationship where I feel safe enough to be just giving freely gifts without really overthinking it too much? Or do I need to focus more on getting there in my relationship? Just what I mentioned earlier, my example, when I totally over delivered this advent calendar for my boyfriend and he completely ignored it. This is where I actually, this is the first winter I did a vision board for myself for the year ahead. And I remember on that vision board, I was clearly putting a Christmas scene with gifts, with a Christmas tree, where in my mind, this was the symbol of me being able to give and receive gifts in joy and in love, and not in this crazy push-pull dynamics I was back then. So all of this, because we're coming to the wrap of the year, start of the new year, is a great invitation for you to reflect on what do I have today and how my life in a holiday season would look like for me when it's perfect, when it's a 10 out of 10. And I remember I had another client and she was so certain. She said, I want to be spending holidays together with my partner, with the family, in a family setting. This is what I want. And just because she was so clear, or she got clear on that specific request for her life, she literally was able to make a decision to leave one man and start dating another man because this previous man would leave her alone on her birthday, on Thanksgiving, and so on. So do you see why is it so important to really dare to dream for yourself? And by the way, I will be doing a vision board creation challenge over the holidays for 10 days. This will be a gift for my former clients and for current clients. So if you're listening and you're a former client, let me know because we will invite you for the challenge. And I will be also opening it for everyone who is listening. If you would like to join us, the way you can join us is I want you to DM us either on Instagram or per email. So on Instagram, my handle is Juliana Joy Coach. Please DM us the keyword vision board, and then we will get you sorted. And per email, please send us an email at office@julianajoycoaching.com with the keyword vision board. And we will know that you listen to the podcast and you would like to join us. Because the thing is, we want to have some fun. The community want to have some fun over the holidays, creating the challenge or creating the vision board. But also we want to do it right in a way that is aligned with what you really desire and really diving deep into your dreams. So ladies, I hope you enjoyed today's episode takeaways. You want to think about his love language. How you know it? Look at how is he showing love to you. Then you know what is his love language. And then pick a gift that matches his love language. Number one. Number two, consider your relationship at the moment. Is it early and just starting, or is it a developed relationship? Is it a safe and steady relationship, or is it shaky, mixed signals, situationship, etc.? And depending on that, you want to tailor the intensity and the volume of your gifts so that it's matching where you are at the moment. And you will always be on the safer side doing a little less than a little too much, if that makes sense. Having said all of that, I wish you a great December and holiday preparation season. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.